Explosions.
Boom. Explosions. Should I give it a triple X? Boom, boom, boom.
Doves flying in the air.
We need like our own like WWE like intro is what we need. Like,
That would be cool. I want like giant flames. I want like the whole row of flames.
oh yeah, we need like cool intro music.
Yeah. I don't know. Goldberg was pretty good because he would like suck in all the smoke.
Shh. Hey, we're recording. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to episode 22 of the Geek Dad Report.
Yay.
I'm Brian, and that's Ryan. And you caught us talking about our cool WWE intros we got planned for the show at some point.
It's in the upcoming budget.
It's in the upcoming. We actually got a small addition to the budget this week, and I spent it wisely. So you guys got a little treat in store for you at some point in the show.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I don't even remember what it was. So
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome. We were talking about explosions. It's gonna be people's minds. They're gonna be like,
yeah. It'll be doves with explosions on top of doves.
Dude, what's up with you and the doves, man? I mean, I like doves too, but
who doesn't want like a whole bunch of doves flying out behind you? Like so dramatic.
You want to put them on top of the explosion? That's just a bunch of dead doves, dude. That's just like a blood explosion. It's like,
that's how it's full. All right.
It's not gonna whatever. Oh man. So what's up, dude? How's your week been?
Not much. I've been staying busy. How about yourself? You're looking like is there a Seahawks game on tonight?
No, not tonight. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first preseason game. So we're recording on Thursday. So Friday at 7 Pacific time, if you want to watch the glorious Seattle Seahawks on their quest to once again regain their Super Bowl championship trophy.
Which they won't, but
yes, they will. They will. We're gonna say that. You know, we gotta discuss that. That's one of the things we gotta talk about in our next meeting. Is our NFL show.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. It's either going to be like the end of the Geek Dad Report in our friendship, or
it'll be fun.
A big show.
It'll all be fun. It'll all be in I don't know, good fun ribbing. We're gonna deck out in our gear. He's gonna be wearing Steelers. I'm gonna be wearing Seahawks stuff. The end of our friendship might come when we actually have to do our.
Then I am. Oh shit!
You dropped your mic again. God damn it, Ryan.
I got my hand. I can't keep my hands from like swatting stuff in front of me.
Dude, quit practicing your jujitsu while we're doing the show, man.
Dude, as someone who's mostly blind, my jujitsu is more just getting punched in the face. So
I don't want any excuses, man. I watched Daredevil on Netflix, and he pretty much was able to handle himself pretty well.
Okay.
So.
If I could do all the crazy shit that guy does, yeah, I'd be pretty sad.
I feel like for the blind community that like Daredevil should be like Matt Murdock should be like the bar that they should all be striving to achieve. You know.
I'll bring that up at the next meeting.
Do you guys have meetings? Is that like a thing?
I think so.
You think so?
There's a group trying to start like a deafblind like committee for Utah State or something like that, and they asked me to go to it. So
that'd be cool. Man.
Now we're getting too serious. That's
so, I love you because I was holding back some jokes. I don't want to be insensitive.
I don't want to be any more serious today. I've had too much serious crap today.
Screw seriousness. Yes. No, I don't want to be serious either at all. Let's see. What
we
do
do this show so that we can be what we want to be during the whole day long.
You're right.
Which is a bunch of nerds talking about
real world crap.
Yeah.
That's why we're the one show, Ryan. We're the one show dedicated, formulated, specially created, keeping all the busy people in the know, all the nerd geek busy people in the know, so they can keep their valuable time just that valuable.
Wow, that was beautiful. How you?
Do you like that, dude? I've gotten good at saying that. I can say it in my sleep now.
Huh.
I practice. I drive for, if most of you don't know, I'm in my Clark Kent job, I'm a delivery driver. Not UPS delivery driver, but a delivery driver. And so I have a lot of time to sit and inner monologue myself. So I practice things like this. I actually do. I want to get better. I want to be good. I want to be good for you guys.
He wants to be good for our fans. That's all he wants.
That's what I'm saying. I want you all to love me.
Yes. Brian has a very high maintenance.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
So,
I'm like borderline. Well, I wouldn't say narcissistic. I have a giant hole inside me that needs to be filled with other people's love.
and all he asks is that you tell him how great he is all the time.
All the time, 24/7. Just tweet me, Brian. You're awesome. At Brian West 53.
Yes, and then Brian just looks at it and he goes.
And then that's what I'm really doing. But I'll play coy. I'll be like, oh well, thank you. It's very nice of you. I thank you for taking time out of your day to tell me how awesome I am. But inside, I'm just like, that's right. You should tell me how awesome.
Yeah, and then you put your phone down and go back to driving your truck.
And go back driving my truck, angry.
Is it whenever you have to like wear shorts all the time, or can you wear pants?
I can wear pants. Right now, it's like hot as hell in Seattle, so it's kind of nice to be able to wear shorts. It's like 100 degrees around here. It's terrible.
I live in Utah, so it's whatever you have.
You move to the Pacific Northwest just so you have like mild weather. You get mild summers, 75, 80. You get mild winters, like 45, 50, occasional snow, some rain. You deal with the gray clouds and the grunge, and you just move on. And
you get fresh air all the time.
Lots of coffee.
Nice. Lots of coffee.
Good football teams. We got a good soccer team. Baseball team, not so much, but.
Well, it's the Mariners. It's not 2001.
God, I wish they could do something. I do really feel bad for all the Mariners like faithful around here because they just are still holding on, man. That they can make the playoffs one day, and I don't know. But this is not sports talk.
Yes. Sorry.
This is awesome nerd dad talk. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
The fun happy hour, the variety hour. We also
you just roll into our next segment then.
We should give we haven't given all our disclaimers in, well, not disclaimers, but all our social media stuff. So we'll quickly give those out. We have a Facebook page in case you guys haven't liked us yet. It's Geek Dad Report, so you can find us there and always put your questions and talk to us. And a bunch of you have already started interacting with us, and me and Ryan trying to get you guys back as soon as possible.
It's nice to have friends.
It is nice to have friends. We try and post stories as they come out, but me and Ryan, well, I'm very busy sometimes driving, so sometimes I'm possibly doing stories while driving, so I try and be safe. So if they're not out immediately, that is why. Oh, we lose Ryan? I don't know. Ryan, did we lose you? There, he's back. All right. You can find me.
Oh, no.
He's having technical difficulties, so I'll give out all the information. You can find me on Twitter, like I said, at BrianWest53. You can find Ryan on Twitter at Big Bruiser. You can find us at the Mothership website at WatchPlayRead.com. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now I'm stalling. What are you doing? Ryan!
Yes.
Oh, he's back.
I have a big box on my screen that says internet connection problem. There's a problem with your
That's okay. I stalled. I feel like it was fairly successful. It probably wasn't successful at all, but I feel like it might have been. The last thing I did want to bring up, I gave out all our little stuff. So, like I said, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's like right below here somewhere.
Yeah.
Not just pointing towards my pants. Don't just subscribe to this, but subscribe to the button that says subscribe. Also, too, we're going to be... Little show note here for you guys. Hopefully here in the next couple of weeks or so, we're going to actually be kind of converting this to a podcast form too as well. So we're always going to have the YouTube show. This is always going to be a show that you can watch at its core, but we are going to convert every episode into so you can be listened to in case you don't have time to watch the show. And we're going to have that up here soon, so we'll give you guys all the information. So if you are tuning into this episode and it's a audio only, we'll try and limit our sight gags, but there will definitely be a few from time to time. So,
yes,
just come back and watch the show.
How far delay am I on right now?
No, you're good.
Okay,
you're live.
I think our internet stabilized. I went into the data matrix and moved everything to the forward plasma converters, and dumped everything from the desolate crystals.
Dump the Dilithia crystals, Captain! It's my terrible Scotty impersonation. Alright, so, now that we've got the technical difficulties, all the subscribe to us and like us and tell me how pretty I am out of the way, we will...
Let's give the people what they want.
Let's give the people what they want. So me and Ryan have kind of, in an effort to make the show better, bigger, badder, better, more uncut, and more awesome.
More explosions.
More explosions and dead doves and all kinds of shit like that. We have got to switch things up a little bit this episode. We're still going to have the news and the Q&A and recommendations and some rants and stuff, but we may do it a little bit different order, so make sure you don't skip ahead. Stay tuned, and we'll try and knock it out. So the first segment we got now, instead of just regular news, we are going to go into like a rapid fire. We always talk about that, but we're actually going to try and make it happen this time. And it's going to work because we renamed it. It is no longer the rapid fire news segment. What is it, Ryan?
It is now the Ninja News.
Ninja News. Huh! And we promised you guys a surprise, and we spent the budget. Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah. I think that's how I did it.
All right. That's enough vanilla. That's gonna go smooth.
Parachute pants out.
That's gonna go smoother next time.
Yeah.
I like it though. Something different. All right. So Ninja News. Here we go. Rapid fire.
Yes. No, Ninja News, not rapid fire.
All right. That's like a double. That was a double chop. All right. Here we go. First thing up is Patrick Stewart. Captain Picard himself is going to make an appearance in the third Wolverine movie. So, obviously he's going to be reprising his role as Professor X. No one knows exactly how much he's going to be in the movie, but it does sound like it's going to be more than a cameo. Makes sense. He's actually been in every other Wolverine movie, so why not make him in this one? I don't really care about Fox Mutant movies, but...
Yep, it's going to suck.
It's going to suck. They'll probably kill him and then bring him back and not tell anybody how he came back, so that's probably what's going to happen. DC, this is kind of cool. DC is going to start releasing some Blu-ray comic book combo packs. So me and Ryan always talk about how much we love the DC animation. Well, they're actually going to start releasing the Blu-rays with the comic books that inspired them in combo packs. So they've only announced a few of them. Up first is like Batman Year One with the Batman Year One Blu-ray. A few of them like that is going to be coming out soon. So they're going to be pairing them up. They haven't released pricing yet, and they haven't released release dates, but those are coming, so we'll obviously let you guys know when they get them. And maybe we can talk, maybe Ryan can talk DC into sending us a couple.
I don't know. They might. They always send me all the Blu-rays that come out, so I would just be the one with the graphic novel.
Yeah, well, I got dibs on the Dark Knight.
Okay, yeah, I'll save those ones for you.
That will be coming out, which is about time. That's something that I'm surprised they haven't come out with sooner. I think is a great idea. So, Jack Reacher, the Tom Cruise movie, came out in 2013. Is getting a sequel. So basically, he played I believe like an army soldier, not like a what do you call him? Army policeman.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that movie. I mean, I just saw it like within the last year.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I know some people hate Tom Cruise, and he was kind of, going through his post Katie Holmes phase after jumping on couches and acting crazy. So a lot of people, it wasn't huge over here, but it was really big in China and Japan, and so the international dollars got a sequel greenlit. But if you haven't had a chance to watch Jack Reacher, it's actually a pretty good movie. I would recommend checking it out. It's pretty enjoyable. It's a pretty good thriller, and I don't know. So I'm excited about the sequel. It starts shooting this November, so probably a late fall release next year. Ryan froze again. Oh, he's back. All right, I'll just keep reading. Here we go. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air may or may not be getting a reboot. So apparently Will Smith is attached to be directing, producing, possibly starring in a TV show that sounds an awful lot like Fresh Prince. So not a lot of news on it, but something's in the works, so it may be coming out. So if we hear anything, we'll let you guys know. NBC is actually developing a reboot to Xena Warrior Princess, though. It's going to be,
but who's playing Xena?
It's going to be a fresh reboot, so it will not be Lucy Lawless. So they apparently want her back in some capacity, whether it's producer credit or possibly maybe being on the show.
Gods.
Maybe I think it'd be a cool idea to do a Xena Warrior Princess, but do it like her and Hercules had a baby, and that baby is the new Xena Warrior Princess. NBC, you can send us money. Just throw money at us. We'll send you cool ideas like that.
Brave, got it.
Let's see. Training. Speaking of just lots of developmental series, they actually, I think all the TV shows have their kind of announcements. They're all doing their, I don't know, show or ceremonies.
Fall
lineup stuff. I don't know what the name of that crap is, but where they all get together and talk about how great their new shows are going to be. So a lot of show news. Training Day.
Circle.
Yeah, pretty much. Our show's gonna be better than yours. No, my show's gonna be better.
Gunboots!
Yeah. Xena, Warrior Princess, take that. We got Heroes and
Yeah.
X-Files. And that show with people who escape from prison. Prison Break.
Yeah, 4 Prison Breaks.
So you can add into that just spooge. The Training Day is in development. It's a TV show based on the movie Training Day from Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke.
I don't know how you make that a series, but you know what? Go for it, I guess.
I don't know. They did Fargo. I never watched Fargo, but a lot of people seem to really like it. So I don't know. My guess is they're not going to get Denzel, so we'll see. I don't know if it'll work without him, but no network is attached to it yet. It's just kind of in developmental stage. Nothing concrete. Obviously, if we hear something, we'll let you know. Some HBO news. Sesame Street is moving to HBO. HBO brokered a deal.
Not going to be PBS at all?
So they did not get all the rights to all the old episodes. They got rights to a lot of the old episodes, but not all of them. So PBS will continue to air the older episodes, but all the new episodes will air exclusively on HBO. So personally, I think this is probably a pretty good deal for HBO. They've done a great job of marketing towards adults, and now it looks like they're going to try and maybe start marketing some stuff to kids. Netflix has done a really good job of getting shows like How to Train Your Dragon, Turbo.
Oh, dude, Netflix has got so much stuff on it.
Yeah,
My kid.
Kung Fu Panda, and these are all original shows that are done on Netflix. So I definitely think HBO is looking that is an area that they can definitely improve on. And so I'm not sure exactly when it's coming. My guess is they got the rights now, so I'm guessing probably whatever the newest season of Sesame Street will be on HBO. HBO is also in talks right now. They're talking about possibly, fingers crossed, finally doing the long anticipated Deadwood movie. So, if you're not familiar with Deadwood is one of HBO's more original series. It came out a long time ago. Well, more original.
That was one kind of made HBO start doing these kind of series.
Yeah, it was kind of their original series. That with Oz and a few like that. But it's basically, if you've never watched the show, it's a Western that features a lot of really bad language and nudity and violence. And I watched the first season and I loved it.
I heard a lot of good things.
I want to say it's either 2 or 3 seasons. I can't remember. I think it's 3 seasons. I never finished the last season because I had heard that the show got canceled. It doesn't wrap up, and they had no intentions of going back and revisiting it. So to me, it was kind of like, what's the point of continuing to watch it if you don't, if it's never going to wrap up? But it's a really good show, and I would actually. It'd be pretty cool if they did a movie to wrap up the thing. I'd definitely go back and rewatch the series. It's a really well done show. It stars Timothy Olyphant and from Justified and a few other things, but like I said, it's really good. It's think Tombstone, but way more boobies and bad language. So I don't know. HBO hasn't officially released anything. They just one of the stars from the show kind of tweeted at HBO and said, "Hey, I heard a rumor," and HBO said we're in talks. So I don't know. When we hear anything, we'll let you guys know. Deadpool, a little Deadpool news here. One of my friends asked for some Deadpool news, so I dug some up and threw it up here. Nothing major, but Tim Miller, the director of the upcoming Deadpool movie, said that if Fox greenlights a sequel, that they are the person they are going to be trying to add to the cast is Cable, the son of Cyclops and Phoenix, Jean Grey.
Yes.
So, well, actually, I
just read Deadpool. I just read the Deadpool and Cable team up on Comixology, the first issue, and I fully approve of Deadpool and Cable.
Yeah, they were a very unlikely kind of team up when they released their comic, but it's a great comic series and they play well off each other. So the rumor is that if they cast him, he would actually start out as a villain, so him and Deadpool would kind of go at each other. If you don't know who Cable is, I don't know how you found our show.
Yeah, he's the X-Men with the big glowing eye, and he's got a cybernetic arm.
Yeah.
And he has telekinetic powers and telepathic powers.
I could go super nerdy and go into it. Just know that he's the son of Cyclops and Jean Grey's clone from the future that comes back to the past. So
yeah,
that's all you need to know.
And he looks old.
It kind of looks like I don't know, Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry.
Yeah, but like all white hair and.
But like 6'8" and 300 pounds of yoked muscle.
I loved Cable. He was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, Cable's great. Cable's awesome. Which, I'm not gonna talk anymore about Cable because it'll just make me mad that Cable's not in X-Men: Age of Apocalypse, Fox's newest movie, which makes no sense. Because if you know who Cable is, you know why that makes no sense. So moving on before I rant. We're going to rant later about Fox, but right now, I'm going to move on. Some shows have been renewed. The Strain, the vampire show from Guillermo del Toro? Guillermo del Toro?
More.
Yeah, I don't know. On FX. It's a fun show. I watch it. It has been renewed for season 3. So he basically said that the show had been pitched to FX as a 5-season kind of story arc. So it sounds like FX is pretty committed to having that go through. The ratings aren't bad. They're not, as far as I know, they're not like overly great either, but they're steady. And so it seems like FX is content that that's enough to hopefully air the all
it's one of the shows I've been wanting to watch. I just never got around to it.
You know, it's about halfway through season 2, and it kind of has its ups and downs. Overall, it's an entertaining, fun show. It's kind of a different take on vampires, and it's got some good mythology. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It's a hell of a lot better than Falling Skies, I'll tell you that.
Dude, I can't even watch this last episode. That'll be on a rant very soon.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely rant. Actually, this last episode was actually not bad.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was actually kind of good almost. I don't know if it was really actually good or if the last episodes were so bad that this one just wasn't horrible, so it seemed really good.
Well, it's like, okay, I don't want to go into.
We're gonna move off. We're gonna keep it, like I said, we're gonna keep it streamlined here.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Strain renewed for season 3. So if you haven't got it, if you want to watch it, been on the fence, you don't know if it's gonna be renewed. Now's a good time to hop on. It's only like 13 episode season, so you can catch up pretty quick. Archer, also on FX, is going to be moving to FX's sister station, FXX.
More X.
Yeah, FX split into 2 stations. One was supposed to be kind of like their drama, and one was supposed to be for their comedies. It hasn't really picked up yet, but anyway, Archer's going to make a move, so just make sure you check your Archer. I believe the next season starts in January, so we'll give you guys a reminder to check your DVRs and make sure you got it set for the right channels. Archer. Danger Zone! Lana!
If you're not watching Archer, you need to go watch some of the first back. So everything is freaking hilarious.
We've never recommended Archer, but I think you can get all the seasons on Netflix, and it is a show that you have to be watching. Archer is one of the best shows on television. It is.
It's an animated show about quote-unquote CIA agents.
It is a rated R cartoon meant for adults that is hilarious. I don't even know. It's outstanding. So watch Archer, but it's moving to FXX. Sense8, a show on Netflix, has been renewed for season 2. I think me and you
You gotta start watching it.
Yeah, I just started watching it. I'm about 7 episodes in, and it's pretty good. I'm gonna give a full review when it's all said and done, so I don't want to say too much about it now, because it's definitely a show that you can't judge it on each episode. It's definitely one that you have to watch the entire season and then kind of give your thoughts and your reviews at the end. So, but anyway, Sense8, there was people weren't sure if it was going to be renewed or not. Netflix hadn't announced it. The ratings weren't great, but it definitely was getting some kind of word of mouth and buzz, after the fact. But it will in fact have a season 2. So good news for Sense8 fans like this guy. Ray Donovan and Masters of Sex, 2 shows on Showtime, are also renewed. I don't think there's any doubt they're going to be renewed. They're both pretty big hits. I have not yet watched either one. They're both on my list of shows to watch because I've heard they're really good.
What is Masters of Sex? I have no idea what that is.
So Masters of Sex, I forget the exact names of the doctors, so I don't want to butcher them, but basically it was about I think it was in the 50s. It was these 2 pioneering doctors that kind of basically were the reasons why we know all the things about sex that we know. I mean, back in the time when sex was very taboo, they were doing experiments and they were finding out about male and female orgasms, what caused them,
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's actually it's a show about the science of sex and about, up until the 50s, most people didn't even really know how their own bodies worked, honestly. I mean, they knew the basics, but nobody knew. It was so taboo, nobody really... Yeah, exactly. I mean, people were doing all kinds of crazy concoctions to help, attract each other and weird stuff like that. And it's just, this show is they kind of broke the rules and they went into the science of sex and what your body does during it and how it attracts to people and stuff. So, like I said, I've watched a couple of the episodes and I really like it. I just, it's, like anything, trying to find time to do it is always fun. So, but they're both been renewed, so... If you haven't watched them, watch them. I've heard they're really good. Bill Murray is going to be appearing in the new Ghostbusters movie. Nobody knows whether it's going to be a
He is?
cameo or an appearance. My guess is probably just be a cameo, kind of
Yeah.
a fun.
He'll just be sitting somewhere looking grumpy.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's kind of big news because he was the main reason why Ghostbusters 3 never got made. He's kind of, fought with a lot of the other guys on the show, but he's definitely going to be. He was filmed on set on the new Ghostbusters movie, and he's been confirmed to have a small role in it. So, my guess, like I said, probably him sitting on set being grumpy. Constantine, this is big news for us Constantine fans.
Okay, I'm gonna tune out for a sec, like 30 seconds.
I won't talk about it very long. We talked about it. I actually did a post on the Facebook. If you didn't see it, our Facebook page. John Constantine, Matt Smith is going to be reprising his role as John Constantine on Arrow. So, obviously, Constantine, the comic, is owned by DC, and now that NBC has relinquished all rights to it because they canceled the series, the characters are kind of free to pop up anywhere they want to, and so Arrow reached out to Constantine, to Matt Smith, and he agreed to show up on the season. So right now he's only scheduled for one episode. He's going to be on episode 5 titled Haunted on the upcoming season of Arrow. My guess is that people are going to love him, and all the Arrow fans who didn't watch him, I'm guessing he's going to be back on Arrow more as like a regular, maybe not like 15, 16 episodes, but probably 2-3 episodes a season. Ryan, you're a dork. You know what? You don't even watch Arrow. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Why?
Because this.
I watched like 5 episodes.
So I'm calling it right now. Here's my proclamation right now. Constantine will spin off into his own show at some point, but not his own show at CW. It's going to be the Dark Justice League on the CW. They're going to have Swamp Thing and Constantine and Zatanna. That's going to happen in the next few years. You mark my words. So, I don't know. It's cool. He's rumored to be helping to resurrect Sarah Lance, who is starring in DC Legends of Tomorrow on the CW. And considering that she's currently dead, I'm guessing that somebody has to help bring her back. So, my guess would.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Spoiler alert, she's dead. She's back. She's
now I'm not going to watch the show. I was totally going to do it, but.
Well, you should totally still do it. Just skip season 3 anyway. I'll give you just season 1 and 2. Kindergarten Cop is getting a sequel.
Nazatuma.
But unfortunately, it is with Dolph Lundgren, and it's going to be a straight-to-DVD release.
No.
Photos surfaced today of Dolph Lundgren playing Detective John Kimball in the sequel. So,
Mr. Kimball.
I probably won't even watch it. I know I lied. I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch
it, but I'm gonna try to watch it. All right, we got a few more things to run through them real quick. Winona Ryder confirmed to Entertainment Weekly that Beetlejuice 2 is a go, and that she is going to be starring in it along with Michael Keaton, and is going to be directed by Tim Burton. So it's been kind of rumored. Everybody's kind of figured it's going to happen, but no one's officially kind of come out, and so she did, and so there you go. Beetlejuice fans.
Beetlejuice. Say it one more time. Oh, no, you said it 3 times.
Beetlejuice.
Woo.
Where's he at? Nope. Hope he doesn't show up again to destroy the show. Hey, parents, we have a new show we're going to be watching at the end of this year. It's called The Lion Guard. It is going to be on Disney Junior.
Make it more stupidly named that we're going to be screwed.
Yeah, it's continuation of the Lion King universe. Simba's second cub. I don't remember his name. He's going to be joining this pack of other animals as they protect the Pride Land. So it sounds like they're kind of pitching an Avengers Lion King show.
Simba's cubs all got like a sword and shield.
The animation looks good. Yeah. It looks all right. It's gonna be if you want to see the trailer, we posted it up on the Facebook page. But I mean, it looks. They're gonna do a movie in November, and then a series is gonna spawn out of the movie starting 2016. I think spring. So
I think didn't Chris said something about gonna keep singing. I can't wait to be king.
Yeah, well, since he's the second in line, he was saying how he's gonna be singing a lot of "I still can't wait to be kinging for a while" or something. It was pretty funny. It was a good little comment. It's on the Facebook page if you'd like to laugh at Chris's brilliant comment. There it is.
Very good.
Viewing enjoyment. The Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino's 8th movie, has released an official trailer, and we put it up on the Facebook page. It looks very Quentin Tarantino-ish, and I don't know, looks fun.
Why did it have to be so hateful? Why can't they be the delightful 8?
It's because somebody stole his script and released it online, so he was very hateful about that.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's his 8th movie, so why not call it The Hateful Eight?
Yeah.
But like I said, I liked the trailer. I thought it looked cool. It's on the Facebook page. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Westwood, a new HBO show, is coming out next year. They also released a teaser. We put it up on the Facebook page. The premise is a kind of I don't know. It's like Jurassic World, but instead of dinosaurs, it's like robot cowboys who apparently go crazy.
And there's like an artificial intelligence, and apparently it's based on a 1976 movie by Michael Crichton.
All right, well, the book. I don't know if he directed the movie, but yeah, he wrote the book. So
I thought it was a movie too.
He might have directed the movie. I know he was a writer. I don't know if he actually did any movies, but yeah, it's by Michael Crichton. It looks pretty cool. Oh, it's HBO. I pretty much trust them to do anything at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's up on the Facebook page. Give it a watch. Let us know what you think. In weird, unlikely crossovers for Fox, but it's Fox. Who knows? They're doing a Sleepy Hollow Bones TV crossover.
Sleepy Hollow Bones?
Sleepy Hollow Bones. So yeah, Sleepy Hollow Bones. It's gonna happen October 29th, so it'll be a Halloween episode. I don't know. I watched the first couple seasons of Sleepy Hollow, and I finally gave up on it. It just got dumb.
I watched the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, it was alright, but it got kind of boring and stale after a while, so we gave up on it. But hey, whatever. If you're a big fan of both those shows, congratulations, you're getting a crossover. Yeah. So it's gonna be like orgasmic and amazing.
And myself up.
Oh, it's got Angel and
I don't know anything
about Crane. I don't know. The only thing that was cool about Sleepy Hollow was that he always gave these references to like the colonial days. It was pretty funny. Let's see, Supergirl. You know, Supergirl news. I don't really want to talk much about it. They had said that she's done by the same people who did Arrow and Flash, so everyone just assumed there was going to be a crossover. And then CBS's president came out and was like, "Nah, we're not. This is our own thing." Well, they just kind of said that, no, we actually would probably like to do a crossover with them, so I don't know. It might happen. They're digging deep into, if you're a DC fan, they're digging deep into the DC library. They're going to have Red Tornado, Livewire. There's a bunch of villains. If you don't know who those are, you're probably not a heavy DC nerd. I know Chris knows who those are.
Go look it up.
Go look it up. But, I don't know. I think Supergirl's going to be fun. They're pitting it right against Gotham on Fox, which is awesome because Gotham is crap. And I would love to see another show just destroy it in the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. So we're not gonna talk much about it. Zac Efron, Ryan's personal favorite. He's been cast. He's gonna join The Rock in the Baywatch movie that's coming out.
God, I forgot that movie was coming out.
I did too until I saw it.
All slow motion.
I don't know. Who cares?
Well, the movie's not like at least half in slow mo. I won't be happy.
I hope that they get all the original I don't know, beach beauties. I don't know what you want to call them, like Pamela Anderson and stuff, because they all age terribly. So hopefully there's a scene where they're all cracked out.
The women are like the worst because they've all had like major plastic surgery.
Just go on the beach and melt. Yeah. The Rock is awesome, and Zac Efron. I've never been a fan, but I watched what was the movie he just did with Seth Rogen and that was the
Neighbors.
Neighbors. It was pretty funny. He was pretty funny in that. So I don't know. I'm sure Baywatch. I'll watch anything The Rock's in, so I'm sure I'll watch Baywatch. But they better have a Hasselhoff cameo. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen.
Let's see here. What else we got? We got 2 last things for you guys. Stephen Amell has kind of been teasing that he was gonna do possibly do a wrestling match. I think we talked a little bit last week with on our wrestling extravaganza last week.
Yeah.
But
wrestling.
Yeah, he showed up on Monday Night Raw facing Goldust, and they had a little fake match and beat each other up. And it was announced that he's going to be wrestling Goldust for real in SummerSlam. So if you're a big WWE fan, that's probably cool.
For reals.
I'll watch it on YouTube after the fact when someone bootlegs it on there.
We'll find a YouTube clip.
But kick his ass, Arrow.
Yeah, shoot him in the face.
And lastly, Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are going to reunite for yet another movie. I think they've done like 5 of them together so far. The movie's called The Devil in the White City, and it's about H.H. Holmes, America's first known serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
He allegedly killed between 20 and 200 people during the World's Fair in Chicago
Still can't confirm.
1893. you know, I find that to be such a weird number. He killed he killed anywhere from 20 to 200. I mean, that's a friggin'.
And what the hell was going on at that World's Fair?
I mean, 200 people
could possibly be 180 people difference.
I mean, it's 1893, so I get that maybe it's hard to track people, but that seems like an awful lot amount of people to go missing. Nobody. So anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio will play the killer, and I'm sure it'll be good. All the movies they've done together have been good. So
he'll still won't win an Oscar. But,
he'll win an Oscar. So that is it for Ninja News. We actually only 15 minutes. That was pretty good.
Are you kidding me? That's like a record.
I lied. It was 20 minutes.
Oh.
But still, that's pretty fast. We went through all the news. We got lots of time to play with that. So what we're going to do is, in the past, we've kind of done topics of the night, and we're going to still throw those out there occasionally. But what me and Ryan decided to do instead of a topic of the night was we're going to kind of alternate between some of our rants that we started kind of easing into the show the last couple weeks, and we're going to do some kind of main news stories. So some of the main news stories are also including some questions that we've been asked. So a lot of people on the Facebook page have been asking a few particular topics. So we just thought we'd talk about them in like a main news story. So we bring to you our main news stories of the night. We don't have any cool Go Ninja music for it. I know. Breaking news. So our first main news story of the night is that Star Wars has released a whole bunch of really cool pictures. Well, actually, I guess Entertainment Weekly released a bunch of news about Star Wars. Oh yeah, you know what time it is, people. If you ever watch the show, you know it's. Oh yeah, that's one of them. I gave him that. So, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, just Google it. Go to Entertainment Weekly or pick up the magazine that I'm gonna have and frame in my bedroom. It has 12 high-definition, really cool-looking pictures of the upcoming movie. And I don't know, it just...
and R2-D2.
Who's got a red arm now, which is crazy.
Yeah, that was weird. It's going to be like so much, because it's been 30 years in the universe. It's like, oh my god, what's happened to everybody? And all that kind of stuff. So.
Well, and like I said, just besides the pictures, I mean... They don't even really need to do a campaign, honestly. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to want to go see this movie already. All us nerds are already at a fever pitch now.
Their marketing department's like, dude, we got this locked.
Yeah. If we only spend a quarter of our budget, can we pocket the rest? Because I don't think we're going to need it. But I'm sure they're going to try and market to a lot of people who maybe don't. There's a lot of kids and younger generation who aren't really that familiar with Star Wars, honestly. So my guess is that the marketing campaign is going to be a lot towards them in some ways. But... I don't know. I mean, the pictures look great. It just confirms everything we keep seeing about it. Just looks great. I mean, it looks awesome. They also released along with the pictures, they had an article that kind of talked about the movie a little bit. Kind of let a little bit of news slip that the movie's kind of the idea that got J.J. Abrams on board is that this movie's about who is Luke Skywalker, which it's kind of intriguing. So I mean, intriguing idea. I mean, he may not be the main star in this movie like they've said. But it definitely seems like he is going to be what this movie's about, which is cool.
And they're kind of saying stuff about how, it's easy to be bad, than it is to be good, and so, trying to find that, middle ground, and just trying like Luke Skywalker trying to find himself basically to figure out where he is,
Yeah,
on
well, it's not like the guy hasn't gone through a lot of shit in his life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They didn't release any giant details about the movie, but it just I don't know. It just makes everything that I'm seeing just makes me more and more excited. I cannot freaking wait for December to get here because I'm so excited for this movie. But along with the Entertainment Weekly article, they also released an international trailer. We put it up on the Facebook page. It's only about 30 seconds long. It's got mostly the same footage, but it does have a cool new look at the First Order, the bad guys in Episode 7.
It's basically the New Order is like what happened to the Galactic Empire.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah,
and it looks cool. They've got them all organized, and they got it looks cool. If you haven't watched it, watch it. I don't know. I'm gonna nerd out over here and explode. The last little bit, the last little bit of yeah, the last little bit of news that did come out too is that J.J. Abrams is not going to direct the ninth episode of Star Wars. Apparently, Disney. The rumor was that after seeing this, the rough cut, they really, really wanted him back for the end of this trilogy, episode 9. And so he says, no, I'll get it back on track. I do it because I love the movie, but I'm only just going to do the one, and then I'm going to be a fan. So enjoy this one.
Well, the next one being written right now by Rain Johnson.
Rain Johnson, yeah, he did Looper.
He's writing and directing it. He's been writing it all by himself. So.
Yeah. And if you are worried or you don't know who that is, watch the movie Looper. Really, really good movie. Highly recommend it. And he wrote and directed that. So kind of give you an idea of his affection for sci-fi and his ability to direct. But so that's kind of all the little Star Wars news we got for you. Check out the pictures, check out the trailer, and let us know if you are as geeked out and ready for this movie as we are. I am so excited.
I think Brian told me earlier this week, he said that no other movies really matter right now until December 18th.
I mean, I know Bond's coming out. Bond looks all right, but this is pretty much – this is it, man. This is the one. I'm waiting. I can't wait. So our next main story, moving on, our last main story – is we got a lot of questions about the Fantastic Four movie. Both Chris from Washington and Chris from Utah both wanted to know, what happened. Chris from Washington wanted to know if, Fox purposely sunk this movie, and they both just want to know what happens, and that's kind of what everybody wants to know what happened. So our main topic tonight is what the fuck happened to Fantastic Four.
They're really shitty.
Yeah. Well,
apparently, from the stuff I read, the director really clashed with some of the actors, and that was why Disney took him off the standalone Star Wars movie that he was supposed to be doing. And they just saw that he's not apparently all there when it comes to the big budget films. Because Chronicles was what made him pretty famous, and that wasn't. I think only a $4 million budget film.
Yeah.
Now he's working with $120 million budgets, and he just kind of butt heads a lot, from what I understand.
Well, if you want to know, there's some pretty cool. I want to say it was either Deadline or Variety, but one of those websites did a really cool chronological order of the last few years about kind of what happened and all the information that they knew, kind of leading up to the release and all the bad things that had happened. But there's two there's two camps here, and one camp wants to blame Fox, and the other camp wants to blame Josh Trank, I think his last name is, the director. And I think for a movie to fail as spectacularly as this movie did, I mean, and if you don't know how bad it failed, it was $120 to $130 million to make this movie. That's not including promotion and everything. So you're probably talking $200 million to make, promote, and get this movie out there. And opening weekend, it got $26.5 million. I mean, its original estimates were $50 million. $26 million in this day and age of comic book movies is an epic disaster. And this movie is going to lose a ton of money. And I haven't had a chance to see it. Ryan hasn't had a chance to see it yet. Hopefully we'll watch it at some point.
Unless I get a bootleg copy.
Yeah, so. I have no desire to see it other than just to watch it and rant about how much I hate Fox. But, but from everything that I've heard, it's a complete and utter disaster, that there is literally not a single redeeming quality of this movie. And everything I've seen about it, or trailers or pictures or things from the movie, just doesn't lead me to believe they're lying, or that they're
had to reshoot the whole ending. They redid the whole ending on the movie in a reshoot because the studio didn't like it.
And that goes to where I think what happened. So apparently Trank, right from the beginning, is very hands-on. He had complete control over Chronicle, and he did another movie where he had complete control over it. And apparently, the rumor is that he was told that he would have control over this movie, but right from the beginning, Fox stepped in and said, "Well, no, we want it like this, and we want it like that." Which, to be fair to Fox, is not uncommon in a big tentpole type movie like this. I mean, Fox had a lot riding on this. They needed to reboot the Fantastic Four. If they don't make movies, they lose their rights to to the properties, so they have to keep it successful and they have to keep making them. And it sounded like the director Josh could not handle that, and he lost it. But apparently, there's people saying that he showed up to work high, if he showed up at all to the set. It's well documented that he did $100,000 worth of damage to a rental house that he had on location. I mean, $100,000 is some serious damage. That's not like I got drunk and broke my TV. That's like I got high, drunk, threw my couch out the window.
House payment for a lot of people in this country.
Yeah, that's like I took a sledgehammer to the house and destroyed it. I mean, it's just, and then he sent out the tweet that we talked about last week about how he was basically saying he made a cut of the movie that people would have liked, and then he deleted it. So, at the end of the day, Fox really, in my opinion, just does not know how to make superhero movies. You want to know what really happened? What really happened is you got the perfect storm of a bad script, a director, a very combustible director with a studio that doesn't really quite know what it's doing when it comes to its movies, and also micromanage the hell out of them and kind of send them off on crazy tirades. So, you get this perfect storm of nobody's invested in this. There's problems right from the get-go. You got the studio stepping in and recutting and redoing the ending. You've got actors who apparently didn't like each other, and the director didn't get along with the actors, and it just made for an epic fail.
Disaster in every shape and form.
It was a disaster in every shape and form. And one of the other questions I got is what happens next? I think Chris wanted to know, when is he going to get to see the thing that he loves, say it's clobbering time, and really enjoy it? I don't know. Because as of right now, the rumors are that Fox are so bullheaded, they said they're going to go ahead and go forward with Fantastic Four 2, which seems insane considering this is so hated. But they have a lot riding. They want to make their Marvel universe work. They see how much money Disney makes with Marvel, and they want to make theirs work. They desperately want to make theirs work, and they're very bullish about it, and they don't want to give back the properties. Do I think they're going to continue to make Fantastic Four movies? Probably not. I mean, this is going to be such a loss to them that the only way they can hang on to it is
for a long time.
Yeah, but they have to continue to make movies, or else they lose the franchise. So I think at some point in our life we will see a good Fantastic Four movie, but I honestly don't think it's going to be until Marvel gets it back. And I think it's going to be some time because people are so disenfranchised with this franchise right now that...
Yeah. And I think even if Marvel does get it back, they're not going to do anything with it just because of the stink. It's just going to be
and not just that. I mean, they have no reason to rush into it. If anything, you might see the characters pop up in other movies, or I definitely think that you would see Marvel use the
Galactic people for
the catalog of all the villains. I mean, Fantastic Four has some great villains. You get the Skrulls back, you get Doctor Doom back, which I would love to see an actual good Doctor Doom. He's a great villain in the comic books. He's hilarious and evil at the same time, and he's just great, so over the top. I would love to see him he'd fit perfectly in a Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Hopefully they will get the rights back at some point. But Chris, to answer your question, both Chris's, I don't think Fox torpedoed it on purpose. I just think it was a disaster from the beginning, and I think they believe that us comic book fans, that our love for the comic book properties, we'd still go see it and they'd make money, but nope.
No, that just goes to show that having bad and zero or next to zero word of mouth will not help you out on opening.
And not just that, we live in a day and age where we get awesome comic book movies, and we are not going to settle for crappy comic book movies anymore. So,
the last one would be the Green Lantern one. Oof. Would that be the last?
Yeah, that was the last real turd that I can think of. But so I don't know. To answer everyone's question, what the fuck happened to Fantastic Four? I'm gonna say that the sole blame lies with Fox, because even if the director and the actors and everything didn't work out right, they hired them, they brought it on, and they oversaw it from the beginning.
Like, they didn't even have stuff done barely when they started production.
Yep, and yeah, they were still rewriting the script when they started shooting. So at the end of the day, Fox, this was your baby. You chose to release this. You chose who to hire. You chose who not to fire. When things were that bad, you could have removed them and tried to brought somebody else in and salvage the property, and you didn't. So Fox, this is on you, and this is your fault. And hopefully you'll lose the property because you don't deserve it.
Yep. And then we can get some cool scrolls.
Get some scrolls and maybe an awesome Doctor Doom. I want a guy's like, I am Doom, Doom. Bow before Doom. So that is it for our news. Woo!
Yay!
Yay! So Q&A. Me and Ryan don't want to take too long, so we'll blow through the few questions we have. We already answered some of them in our Fantastic Four thing.
I'm surprised I'm still here.
And Ryan's still here. All right.
It's late.
Let me get to the page. One of these days, people, I will copy these actually to a page, but I didn't get home tonight till like 7 o'clock. It was an awful day.
I got home at like 9.
All right, so let's see. The first question we have is another question from Chris from Washington. I will let Ryan. I'm going to let you answer this, Ryan.
Okay.
He wants to know if it's appropriate to laugh when a blind person walks into a wall.
As a blind person, I'm not completely blind. I only have a less than 20% vision field. And I would say that if it's a friend of yours, yes. If it's someone that you don't know, you're just being a dick. So there's my very serious answer to what probably he thought would be a very funny question. But
I'm gonna say, don't be a dick. Don't laugh at your blind friends. You're running into walls, unless you're blind.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like you. If it was like me doing it, yeah. I mean, probably might chuckle or something like that.
I feel like if you ran into a wall, though, I wouldn't laugh. I think if you were like ran into the wall and you were like, oh, like, you know, for shits and giggles, then I would laugh. But I don't know. I would say no.
That's a bad question, Chris. You're a horrible person.
Phil, let's see. Phil from Phil from Washington had a couple here. Phil wanted to know, he had one from last week we want to touch base on. We told him we would. He had some questions about the Dark Tower series, the Stephen King novels that are getting turned into movies and a TV show, and they've also had, you know, comic books. And he wants to know if they're going to be able to successfully kind of do what Marvel's done with the property and if it's going to work for them. You know,
I wish I had read the book so I could answer that properly.
Yeah, Phil, the problem is neither one of us have really read the books. I know it's about kind of a gunfighter in like a magic world.
Yeah.
And it's written by Stephen King.
Everything about it sounds awesome. I just don't have time.
I think as beloved as a property is, if it's done well, I definitely think they could. No one's ever going to do what Marvel's done, but they could do on their own where you could have a successful movie and a very good intertwining television series that goes along with it. And
yeah, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. works great.
Yeah, and Daredevil, and I would like to see more like properties that have this ability to do that. I think it'd be a great way to continue on the stories that we love without having to wait 3-4 years for a big budget movie. Plus, in a TV show, you can kind of tell a lot more stories. So, to answer your question, yes, I think it has a chance to be big, and I hope it does.
Mm-hmm. And what you have with the TV shows, as long as they're subtle about the movie stuff, then it makes it work a lot better.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. We got another one. 2 more from Phil. He's really catching up today. Ronda Rousey wants to play Carol Danvers, aka Miss Marvel, in this, or Captain Marvel, in this awesome yet which is awesome yet unfair to everyone else in the Marvel universe. Imagine Thanos tapping out after a 30-second armbar. You know, Phil, I like Ronda Rousey a lot. I just don't think she quite has the acting chops yet to take on a headlining character like Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I haven't seen. The only thing that I've ever seen of her when she's doing her press conferences with the other person she's fighting. So she looks angry a lot.
And a couple movies I think she's been in is The Expendables 3, and I know she was in the latest Fast and Furious movie. I think she has potential to be a decent actress, but just right now I don't think she's good enough where she could carry a solo Marvel movie all on her own. I would like to see her in the Marvel Universe. She's definitely got the physique and the build. I mean, it'd be cool to see her ready to play like She-Hulk or something. But,
yeah,
you know, yes, it would be awesome to see her choke out Thanos or put him in an armbar, but I don't think that's going to happen. His other question is even though Steven Spielberg has zero ties to Star Wars, will we finally get to see E.T. as a Jedi? He believes they owe us. No. Unfortunately, Disney owns Star Wars, and they do not own E.T., so that is a crossover that is just never going to happen, Phil. I'm sorry. In your dreams, buddy, just go to sleep and dream of Jedi Yoda or Jedi E.T. Josh, my brother from Washington or from Virginia, He
trying
wants
to
to
do
know
to
what the fuck the internet is.
at your phone.
What?
I was trying to do the ET finger, and you're too
Oh.
busy looking at your phone. I'm like,
Looking at my tablet. Tablet. That's a phone. Duh. Get it
sorry.
right. Anyway, he wants to know what the fuck the internet is. I don't know how you
The
got
internet
on
is a
Facebook if you don't know what the internet is.
place. Bad place.
It's a bad place. It's mostly a place where people can look at porn or get together and talk about how we could all write a better script for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which we can.
Or it's a place where a bunch of people meet so they can try and make people commit suicide because they're all dick faces.
Or it's a place where the government watches you.
Yes, mostly that, probably.
Pretty much that. And his last question, and we didn't talk about the gold star, so we'll give it out after this last question, then we can decide. He wants to know, after seeing Ant-Man, he feels that Marvel created a character. If Marvel created a character called Poop Man, it would still be awesome, and sadly more awesome than Fox's Cyclops or anything that they did. Is this an accurate statement? Yes. A Marvel-directed movie called Poop Man would probably still be better than Fox's standalone movie about Cyclops.
I'm gonna say no. On a more realistic point, that a poop man has no marketable,
All right.
and to brand that would be a disaster.
Well, Ryan is apparently the voice of reason.
I am a
So no, Josh, Poop Man would be an epic flop. You fool.
yes, and it'd be an epic flop right into the small pool.
You should come with better questions. That's what I want to say. That's my answer.
No, it was a good question. He just
Hey, he's my brother. I can tell him to. He's not my brother. He's a random person who submitted a question. All right, so who gets the
your
gold
brother
star?
asked question. My brother doesn't even care.
That's sad. Your brother sucks. I got awesome brothers. So gold star question. Who should get the gold star? Who are you giving?
I just poop man because I can remember.
Man, all right, Josh.
Yeah, good job,
Your terrible,
Josh.
awesome question, Poop Man. Poop Man gets the gold medal. Congratulations, gold star. I think it's like 3 weeks in a row for him. Way to go, Josh. Phil's gonna be pissed.
Good job. You're on fire.
Phil is gonna be angry, and I know for a fact Phil has guns, so you better go hide, Josh, because he's gonna hunt you down.
Phil puts a lot of effort into his.
I don't know Phil. He's a random viewer who just likes our show and talks. All right, I lied. Most people watch our show are our friends and family. But so I don't know. Let's see. We're about 57 minutes. Did you want to do a quick rant, or you just want to do recommendations and be done?
Let's do recommendations because I gotta get rolling.
All right, he's gotta get rolling. So we had a couple decent rants. We'll save them for next week. We got some rants about children and their eating habits.
So many good things to say about children.
So we'll definitely save our children rants for next week. So that brings us to recommendations. What you should or should not waste your time doing this week, Ryan?
I got a brand new iPad 2 Air.
Ooh.
And an iPhone 6 Plus, and I have now gone to the dark side, as Brian calls it, because I'm an Android user pretty much forever. And I decided to try the Apple devices this time around, and I actually kind of like them, and they're pretty nice. And I got them to sync together, so like when I do something on my one, it like works on the other, and it's like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. So yes, I have gone to the dark side.
Yes.
So my recommendation is go to the dark side.
Feel the power flow through you, Ryan.
Power flow through you.
Right to your Apple device.
Yes, I mean it's like the sound quality has really been good for me. It's because I have bad hearing, so everything like so much louder and clearer sounding. So it's like, oh, this is nice.
Just remember, once you start down the Apple path, forever shall it dominate your destiny.
Yes. So I don't know if I fully converted to Apple yet, but
You have.
I I have mine.
Yes. Matching
Uh,
Apple tattoos. Here we go.
I'm gonna get one right on my forehead.
Ew. Not unless they pay you a lot of money for product placement. Knowing Apple, they'd probably sue you for
Probably.
having product placement on your forehead. Sweet. All right. So buy an Apple iPad 2 and 6. Actually, the 6S should be coming out here in September. So that's what I'm getting. I'm gonna upgrade my 5S here and get a 6S, so I can be one of the cool kids for at least a year.
Ooh.
Yeah. My recommendation this week is a mockumentary, sports mockumentary that HBO did called 7 Days in Hell. It stars Jon Snow and Adam Sandberg. Or is it Andy? Is it Andy Sandberg or Adam? It's
Andy Samberg.
Andy Sandberg. No, it stars Kit Harington and Andy Sandberg. It's basically a fake documentary about two tennis players that end up playing each other for 7 days, a match that lasts 7 days. It's about 45 minutes long. It aired about a month ago on HBO. My friends and some of my family were telling me to watch it, and I put it off, and so finally I watched it, and it is fucking hysterical. I laughed my ever-loving ass off. It is so funny. From start to finish, it is... I can't even explain it. At one part, they're doing like an animated sequence showing how Andy Samberg's character escaped from a Swedish prison, and he's got this penis that's like 4 feet long, and it's dangling and swinging, and he's like hitting birds off with it. I mean, in movie. They intercut like all these famous, like Dolph Lundgren. They intercut this interview with Dolph Lundgren did, where he's talking about Andy Samberg or Andy Samberg. I can't even speak. It is. Yeah. It's hilarious, and the way it ends is just watch it. It's about 45 minutes long. I kind of wish it was a full movie, a full hour and a half or 2 hours. Well, probably 2 hours probably been a bit much, but it was really great. It was hilarious. 7 Days in Hell. You can stream it for free if you have HBO or HBO Go, or you pay for HBO Now, or your friend has an HBO Go account and you give him the password. You can all watch it for free. And if you don't have HBO, go pay for HBO. It's awesome. How you not watching Game of Thrones?
There are a lot of ways to get HBO now these days.
Yeah. So, well, that's about it, man. Unless you got anything else.
Good conversation, I think.
Good. There's a way to end it. As always, feel free to let us know what you think about the show, or what we can do better, or what you'd like to see us talk about. So hit us up on our Facebook page, and we can continue the conversation. So
we will talk about anything, especially.
We will talk about anything at all.
Yes.
So
if you want to go on to My Little Pony, I have seen almost every single episode of My Little Pony, and I can talk about that stuff.
All right. Well, on that note, we're just gonna end the show here. Normally I have Baby Dancing Groot, but we don't have Dancing Groot. We're gonna play some more.
I'm talking.
Yeah, we didn't get to the chorus. Hang on, here we go. Here we go. Ninja. Gotta do the.
That's perfectly like most of.
This is terrible. We're terrible dancers. We blew the budget. All right, people. Thanks for joining us for episode 22. We'll see you next week. Go Seahawks. Woo!